I have seen Made by Mitchell all over TikTok, and so some of the product looked really good, and I picked it up. And some of it's in, some of it's coming today, but I gotta do my makeup for the day. So I've got brushes. I do like the brushes. They're very dense. Some of them are weirdly long. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a few of them because that's usually not what I go for. But for $20 for the whole set, including the little zippy bag, it's a good price. I'm glad I got them, right? Like I said, I like them, and they feel good too. You know, you want them to feel good in your hands. Okay, so I got those. Of course, I got the bag, and I already put some of the stuff in the bag. Eyeliner, and I went with brown, all smudge, no budge, make a toast brown. I got 3 of his palettes so far, the comic case, which is highlighters, the color case, and the brow sludge box. Loving this. And a lip, which is a little too pink for me. I usually like pink, but that's pretty pink. So we're gonna do makeup today. That's what I've got. So I'm gonna add in others as needed. Like I did not get any of his foundations because I don't know which color. And to kind of take that leap on TikTok, I have not done yet. Okay, but we start out with brows because you can see my brows are not browing well today. Well, I usually will. Oh, and then one of them came with a little palette knife or palette spatula in this. So I pulled that aside so I can show you that. And then Rich is in the background getting ready for the day. And we also have the puppies in here. So if you hear puppies eating, that's Princess. Okay, so we're gonna start with the brow sludge box. This came in yesterday, so I haven't had too much time to work with it, but I did get to play with it some. Oh. And angled brush. So we're gonna pull some of it, right? And do brows. So you wanna start in the middle of your brow. Don't start at the beginning, because then you put too much product right there. Whereas if it's in the middle, you can take it to the front, you can take it to the back, and it works out pretty good. Now that's looking a little bit too light, and maybe you want that. How do you do your brows? You go up, that's the start. Nose, eye, that's the end. So you can see I can come down a little bit more, and through the pupil is the tip of your arch, okay? So again, we're gonna start around the middle, work our way forward, work our way back. And then how do you wanna point it? Do you wanna point it way down? You can see my naturals right there. I have not got them shaped or anything. I need to find somebody to do that. But I wanna kinda aim them towards here, towards the top of the ear, so it opens up your eye some. Did you know that? That's a little trick. And I'm not just a dog trainer and dog breeder, but I'm also a certified makeup artist. You can come on in, but I'm on live. Do you have brekkie for him? So that's Connor. And Connor's bringing breakfast in for Princess, who's the mama and Bert. Princess!
Oh. Sorry, come on.
Star decided to come on in too. Okay, so we're gonna do the other one. Now they're probably not gonna be exact, and since it's my brows, I know how my brows go. I know how I like to do them. Right, but I still want to check. So if I bring it over a little bit too much. How do you get, not just a dog trainer, one of the best. Oh, thank you. How do you get approved for a service dog? So for a service dog, there's no official registry or anything, right? For a service dog, you have to have a disability, and the dog has to be task trained to mitigate that disability. So what you gotta do to get approved for it is basically have a disability that a dog can help mitigate that disability. Now, I've had people who I've talked to over the years. I've been a dog trainer for 20 years-ish. And I've had people who contacted me over the years that I cannot help them, right? So it's not everyone. So if you have seizures, are you looking for an alert or response, and what are the seizures caused by? You don't have to answer here, you know, just something to think about. I always recommend talk to your medical care team on if a service dog is right for you. What test do you want an alert? Well, is it a seizure caused by the, like the electric firings in your brain, right? Or is it what do they call it? Maybe like a pseudo seizure type where they don't know what's causing it. I know sometimes I've talked to people who have POTS because we do a lot with dysautonomia, and people will tell me, or PTSD, and they'll tell me that they have seizures, but it's caused more by stress than by that chemical firings, right? So what we do with our puppies, and you heard them in the background, that's them, the little meow meow, is we work them with scent starting at 3 days old, and we continue with scent through their lives, right? While they're with us. So a lot of our dogs are really good at scent-based medical alert. There's also sight-based medical alert. So is it because of the chemical firings in your brain, or is it because, maybe you start staring off into space and then it happens? So knowing what's causing it and what we want. And then there's medical alert, which is alert beforehand, medical respond, which is respond during it, and medical recovery, which is help me afterwards. So you can have multiple. It could be go get help, and that's not go find a rando in the store, but it's like go get, my significant other, or go get my mom or dad, or just stay with me afterwards to help reorient me. So there's a lot you can look at. There's, of course, deep pressure therapy is always a good one. Go get my meds. So there you go, browser done. Kinda. I might come back and play with them some more. And that's what the palette looks like now. So you can see the colors I've used. There's a lot. It's not just like, he needs to alert me 5 minutes beforehand. I've talked to people who have said that their dog alerted them from another state. That never happened. Like, that's in your head. Your dog is not alerting you from another state. Your dog can barely alert you if you're outside the room, right? If they know that you're there, if they know that there's an issue, they can hear you. If they can, if you were just with them and you walked away and they're right by your feet or whatever, it works. But why is your dog alerting from another state? Is because every day when you come home at 3 o'clock after school, I don't know, your blood sugar's low, and your dog's like, hey, your blood sugar's low because you just got home after school, and that's why, it's just a time pattern thing. Here's the color case made by Mitchell, and you have all these colors in it. You can see I've been playing with them, and this is what the little spatula's for, right? So you can dig out some, put it on the back of your hand to warm it up, and then use it. So we're gonna play with it concealer-wise. I'm gonna get just a little bit and see how it goes here. Stop. Bert. After he eats, he likes to make sure he cleans up the bowl fully, and it's nails on a chalkboard. Okay, so then we're going to take it, work it into the brush, and clean up. That's really light. Albert, you're annoying. Stop being annoying. You ate, you don't have to run it over the tile. So the mamas get breakfast. We usually don't do breakfast except for mamas and babies, but because Bert's back here, he does get a little breakfast, and then he gets a little less for dinner. So I do tier up quite a bit too. And then breed-wise, service dog-wise, what breed are you looking at for a service dog? How long does it take to get? Depends on how you go about doing it. So a lot of people want to self-train, but it's going to take you about 2 years before the dog is able to mentally, physically, and emotionally be a full-time service dog. So people will sometimes then go to shelters and pick up a dog, saying like, well, see, now the dog is just about 2 years old, and so I don't have to wait, and my dog can just now be a service dog, except the dog hasn't had the early training or anything else to be a service dog. And the dog has baggage. So I don't recommend going that route. The time has to be put in. So there's some programs that will match you with a trained dog. We have seen, usually there's a long wait, and they will put the dogs into guardian home situations or prison programs, And I don't think either are excellent places to grow up a service dog. You know, guardian homes, they're not trainers. And prisons, while it's good for them, you know, for the convicts to have something to do, like, it's gonna be hell for the dogs, right? Like, to be stuck there, and so they'll do outings and stuff, but you know, to be there any length of time, ugh, I don't like that idea. You know, and then you need volunteers to get the dogs out in public because they're dogs. So, again, we've seen the issues with it, and instead what we do is we start them from birth. So let me show you. Can you see the puppies in there? That's some of our 3-week-old puppies. They were 3 weeks old yesterday. They were born on Friday the 13th in December, and they are going to be service dogs for some of them. Some service dogs, some therapy dogs, some pet dogs, you know, a little bit of everything. And we get to raise them from the get-go. One of the big things when people pick up their dogs at 8 weeks old, because that's one of the options you can pick up at 8 weeks old and train on your own. Everyone goes home with our online course, Service Dog Success with Victoria Werfel. So you could do that and train on your own, train with your trainer, train with our online course, or we can keep your dog and get your dog started for you. And I like doing that because the dogs get the best start. Like, this is what we do. We know how to do this well. And it's not overwhelming for us to do it. Now I'm taking some of this brown and we're gonna smear it on and we're gonna lay a base. So I like to do that. We work on potty training, and then we have different programs. They're up on the website. So we have common. They can go home at 8 weeks old. They can go home at 12, 16 weeks, 6 months, a year, or 2 years. And we have the price breakdown and what all's included with all of that. So some people really like that. And that's really the best way to get started. I don't have any started dogs currently, but we're going to probably keep 1 or 2 from these ones because we have 2 litters. That's one of them. The other litters we moved them into the living room yesterday. So, you know, we can get started with the potty training. Usually for the 12-week-old go home, you know, they're started on potty training, grooming, training, and that includes the marker words and how to learn. So we do teach them how to learn, which is good. They understand luring. They understand the 2-finger target. They'll understand capturing behaviors, and they love to learn at that. They've got food drive. We're already feeding them or supplementing them in the mornings. We're going to start doing it in the evenings too as they grow. But we start charging the clicker already with these guys. The clicker's being charged, which means that they're going to understand that means food's coming. But we'll get them started with training. So usually at 12 weeks old, potty training started. It's not perfect. The 16-week-old go home. The dogs are fully vaxxed and have done 1 or 2 light outings. And then if they go home at 6 months old, we've done more outings, you know, restaurants, you know, stores, depending on the time of year, maybe some of the theme parks, you know, but we'll try all of that. And, you know, again, they're really good on potty training, crate training, grooming, all of it. And usually at 6 months old, the dogs can work for you. I'll tell people no more than 2 outings a week. And for those outings, you know, don't do Costco on the weekend, you know, but they've been started on that. And then you get follow-up care with us. So we do have a link where you can schedule up your calls with us, and it works out really good. There you go. I'm kind of liking that. We're going to see how that goes. Because I get teary-eyed, a lot of times the makeup will come off. So I'm not trying to do anything really weird today. I'm just trying to do light, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to pull a little bit darker just for the outer corner. So here we go, putting it on with the spatula. I like the Danessa Myricks paints. I was going to get some of those. They have the whole thing, but I don't need 66 paints. But I'd like some. I have a lot of her pinks, purple, black, white, but I kind of wanted some flesh color ones, some nudies. And then at a year old, you know, of course, the dog's doing much better, getting started on task work, you know, getting started at task work at 6 months, but they're more solid at a year. And we do request that you come in and you spend time with your pup and you meet your pup while we have your pup, you know, so your dog knows you, which is good. It's better than your dog not knowing you. Are they going to be perfect at 6 months, at 8 weeks? No, they're not going to be perfect dogs at that age at all. Okay, so kind of like in that. And are you going to have to do work with it? Heck yeah. Yeah, there's work that you're going to have to do with the dog when the dog comes home in order to be successful. You know, it's not, I mean, heck, even your phone, you have to update, right? So your dog, you're going to have to work with, you're going to have to understand it. You're going to have to build that relationship. That relationship is the most important thing. And when people have an issue with their dog or their service dog, this is not made by Mitchell, this is Glow Recipe. A lot of times it's because they don't have a relationship with the dog and they're expecting the dog to work without that relationship. So whenever you come and you pick up, especially the 6 month is our most popular program, what you need to do is you need to work on building that relationship for the next month. Like that is your primary job this next month, is to build your relationship with your dog. Don't worry about how many outings you're going to go on or what things are going to happen. Just worry about building your relationship at first. Okay. So we've got the Estee Lauder Double Wear in 1N1. We'll do a pump. And the Dior Forever Glow in, does it have it on here? 1.5N. So I'll mix those and combine those. Lift it, put it on the brush, and put foundation on. Color correcting, I didn't do any color correcting today. I also didn't do under my eyes yet. I had tried using the stuff yesterday under my eyes, and then my eyes were just real runny, and it didn't look great. But yeah, so, and then you get follow-up care, you know, with us. If you need help with anything, you know, of course, we're here for you. We've been training for years, training service dogs specifically for years. So usually we can help out, but it does take time. And then there's some things that we don't do. Like I don't recommend doing dog heavy places at all. Until even once they're fully vaxxed, like I don't go to PetSmart on the weekends when they have adoption events, because that's not good. I don't, like I go to my Tractor Supply because it's in Bushnell. It's a small town. There's not a whole bunch going on. So like I'll do that with the dogs, but I'm not going to recommend going to PetSmart or to a busier Tractor Supply. Here we go, made by Mitchell brush. You know, so then the dog doesn't get to experience bad things. Pet-friendly places, we are, even like the mall, we were at the mall on Monday this week, and there was pets. How do I know they were pets? Because if the dog's being carried or is in a stroller, they can be in the mall there, which I wish they wouldn't do, because it's just annoying whenever you're walking and then there's an enclosed stroller with the dog inside just barking at your dog. You know, the dogs aren't trained for this environment. It's silly, I guess I'll use that word. It's silly to expose the dog to that environment. Okay, so if your dog has been trained to be a service dog and trained to be out in public, by starting at pet-friendly places with people that know what they're doing, or smaller places out, you know, out and about, that know what they're doing, that's one thing. But if you're taking a dog who has never been out in public before and you're like, hey, Disney has pet-friendly rooms, let's take the dog to Disney. Why are you exposing your dog to that? You know, like, I'm going to take my dog to the mall because it'd be fun. I want to take my dog everywhere. I love my dog, and he doesn't like to be home alone. All he does is sleep all day. It's silly. Well, he barks when I leave him. Okay, he's going to bark. Well, but he's going to, what else is he going to do? He's going to destroy my house when I leave him. That's why God invented crates.
Or get him used to it slowly.
Yeah, you can get him used to it slowly, but, like, you're the problem here.
But don't jump into, you know...
But don't take your dog everywhere. Like, instead, you'd rather handcuff yourself to your dog so he's with you all the time, and he's not set up for it because he already is, you know, like, has some anxiety issues, so you're going to take him everywhere with you? Like, no, stop doing that. It's weird.
Just baby step it up.
Baby steps.
Much better.
Okay, let's see what's next. We're going to do Makeup by Mario for... That's what's coming, is the other case, the comic case where I could do the highlights and stuff, is coming today. But we'll use a Made by Mitchell brush. Add some dimension, because putting the foundation on, erase the dimension in your face. But yeah, it's not fair to the dog, and then you're exposing this dog who already has anxiety to even more anxiety by taking him into an environment he is not prepared for. And that's not fair. It's not right. You know, so don't use, well, my dog has anxiety or my dog makes me happy, because that's just very selfish. Makeup by Mario, that was the Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in Light. I also recently got this at the Sephora sale for a sale and then 20% additional off. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. We're going to do that, but we're going to do blush first. I had some of the one size I used the other day, and oh my gosh, it stayed with me like all day. So this is Mario Perfect Pink Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. So again, my Makeup by Mitchell's coming today, so I'll play with that. So I could do an absolute full face of it. So I don't know what else coming. I have a couple things I think coming. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so now I don't look as flat. Same brush still. I do wash all of my brushes, usually weekly. Okay, coming up a little. Coming up a little. And then blush-wise, we have Poppy Pink and the Soft Pop Powder Blush from Makeup by Mario. Also, I really like the Mario stuff. And tap. Tap. And some up there. Okay. All with that one brush. So what's the secret to longevity in your product is layering it. Okay, so I did some underneath the eyes. What do I need still? I could do some highlight, and I have the Mitchell case for that, Makeup by Mitchell. And this is what the highlights look like. Nice and shimmery. Since I've got the pink on, let's do this one today. If I don't know you, you're not getting invited on. And then next finger, so I don't double dip. There we go. And then right now I'm just keeping the cases in here because then I know where it is. And for my makeup kit, it'll be good. Itchy. Okay, next up, eyeliner, mascara, lip liner, lipstick. So I could use this as lip liner. The problem is I don't like nudies for that. I like more pinks and mauves for lips, or red. And then eyeliner, I can use this, so I will use this for eyeliner. Where's the little brushy thing? Is this? Wah wah. So we've got this one. This is one of the Makeup by Mitchell ones that came in the set. So we're gonna take this third brown over. And I'm just gonna go up in the lash line. Okay, so can you see a little bit of more definition here than here? With hooded eyes, right, I have space there, but I don't have, you don't see a lot of lid resting open. So you kind of, you know, I don't want to put, if I put an eyeliner on there, then that's all you're going to see. And I don't want that to happen. So I want more, so I'm taking my little palette and I'm pulling up some of it. And I'm dropping it on my hand because I've already used this on my eyes and I don't want to double dip it. Okay. So I blink it away. Okay. Looking good. Reload. And I'm using a little, let me actually add it here, add products. No, don't show me your weird stuff that you think I want. Sample received. I did not receive samples of these things. Where's the little previously featured? Here it is. Okay, here's what I used. And this is what I'm using to hold it up on my mirror right here. Okay, and then let's do more. No, let's do add products. Can I do what I've purchased? You used to be able to. Product marketplace? No. And it is made by Mitchell stuff. I'm not even going to try to link it. Okay, I'm just linking the camera thing because I do like that a lot. I don't know if I would. Okay, see, I don't know if you can see my eyes are already watering. Oh, because I whacked myself in the eye with the brush. Okay, so we're going to pull it up. We're going to get underneath it. So I'm not sad, I'm not crying, my eyes are just watering. I went live yesterday, we were showing, you know, some of the puppy stuff that we were doing. I had a friend who reached out to me, she's like, is everything okay? I saw you were crying. I'm like, no, my eyes were just watering. She's like, it looked like you were crying. I'm like, nope, I wasn't crying. It was all good. Okay, so putting it back on, I do like this. And then you can see this one has little cutouts and this one doesn't, so you know which side it goes on. Little things, you know, just little things. Oh, I also had this I could have used. Oh, well, let's try it anyway and see. Okay, that was way easier. Okay, and I'm all watery right there. Okay, there we go. Mascara, does Made by Mitchell have a mascara? I don't know if he does or not. Let's do this one. L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. It's like a telescope for your eyeballs. Here's what the brush looks like. And I'm not curling them today. Starbucks has a sale on their handcrafted. I got a text, $3 each, so I might go into Starbucks today and pick up, especially if they have a gingerbread chai. Do you know if they still have that? I like the gingerbread chai. I had it last year, I think. Maybe I'm crazy and it never really happened and it was all just a dream. Wiggle, wiggle, pull, wiggle, wiggle, pull, wiggle, wiggle, pull, and blink. And put it down in there. And next, wiggle, wiggle, pull, wiggle, wiggle, pull, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, pull, wiggle, wiggle, blink, wiggle, wiggle, blink, wiggle, wiggle, blink. There we go. I got eyelashes. I use those eye serums, and oh my gosh, did that help out tremendously. Okay, next up, lip. Okay, here's my sticks. These are my lip liners. My favorite are the Makeup by Mario ones. They're amazing. Urban Decay is good. MAC is amazing. NYX are good. But my absolute favorite, if I only had to pick one forever, would be the Makeup by Mario. It's so good. And here, I'm going to show you. Okay, so one side has the point, and the other side has a little brush, so you can feather it out or whatever. The puppies are sleepy. Can you hear them? Making their cute little puppy noises. So they do stay in the bedroom so we can hear them. Sometimes one of them actually escaped and like busted out of his little pen and started moving around the room. And we like someone to be here with them. So Rich and I have been trading off on that duty. Okay, so just resharpened it. I can use this side if I want to. But it's so creamy. And look at that, already looks so pretty, right? It's so pretty. Oh, and Natasha Denona is another one. Should I? No. Natasha, oh my God, it's so beautiful. She has the berry pop. I have, I think, like 3 backups of the eye pens, of the lip liners, because I refuse to give them away. And then I have the lipstick, and it's just so good. But we've been doing Makeup by Mario a lot, so we'll do Makeup by Mario Nolita. So I had Kleenex up here, and I just ran out. And press them together. Get that pigment everywhere. Clean up. And I can also use my concealer brush to clean up. A little glowy today. I never understood why that's the thing to be, is glowy. But it's the thing to be, is glowy. And I think I need some sparkle. My eye isn't watering as much as what it was. Notice I did not do a wing or anything today. I'm just keeping it easy, light. Let's use the Urban Decay Star palette. And this one in the middle. There you go. All done. Oh, no, not yet. Need to do setting spray, and then I'm gonna do my hair. So I got this in my Tier advent calendar. It's the Tier Mask Fit Makeup Fixer, and you're supposed to use it before or after applying makeup, lightly shaking up and down, and evenly spray 20 to 30 centimeters while keeping eyes closed. So lightly shake. I'm all ready to... So usually you're supposed to do that before your mascara, so your mascara doesn't run, but look, it didn't run today. Yeah. Bye, guys.